Order our meeting, our city council meeting for Nelson, December 2nd, 2019. I'd like to welcome everybody. And Chad, would you lead us in a word of prayer, please?
Dear Lord, thank you for another beautiful day. Be with all the families that are represented here. Be with us on the council here to make the best decisions for the city. Also, be with our first responders, our police, fire, our Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, everything. I thank you once again. Amen.
James, would you lead us in a word of allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Start off with our agenda approval. Motion to approve. Need a second.
We need to add, we're involved on the Cherokee and Pickens MSA, whether or not we'll discuss it.
Say that again now.
We're involved to approve what Jeff's got written up for the Pickens and Cherokee.
I thought when we talked this week, you were gonna give us 30 days.
Well, we're gonna let him go ahead and present it to each county and see what they, it's gonna take months to get it in order.
We can vote on it like it's worded here.
Sure, you can vote on anything that
Okay.
come to some conclusion about or want to vote on.
It's gonna take months to get it in order anyway. I mean, they gotta vote on it too.
Are we adding that to? Yeah. Unfinished business.
No,
So, or you just
it's
changing
7C,
it?
Say
it's just rewording it.
Just gonna reword it.
Yeah, add and vote to the end of.
I'll make a motion to approve that amended.
A second.
All in favor? Unanimous, thank you. Okay. Approval of the November 18th, 2019 minutes.
Motion to approve.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor? Unanimous, thank you. Department reports. Lieutenant Simmons, would you come and give us our safety?
Hello. Sorry, got my note in the chair.
They're in the wrong order, because in the end I had to add it, so it's like the last page under 6 for everybody.
Did we lose me?
It says that yours is right after 6. Like, why don't you flip it tab? I've corrected it when you got it.
Yeah.
Yours is right.
Are we all caught it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. We had a good month in November. Don't let the 26 calls fool you. 14 of those were traffic stops. You guys complained about folks running the stop signs. We did 14 traffic stops on folks running stop signs.
Thank you.
On Pickens Street.
Thank you.
What?
On Pickens Street.
Pickens Street, down at the three-way down at Old Nelson, just every
Oh, yeah.
stop sign that's in Cherokee County, we sell. So, some of the breakdown of the other calls, we had 3 calls for assistance from, one was Pickens, one was DFAX, and I think one was EMS, a couple of alarm calls and so forth. Nothing really stands out as being, unusual. I would, if you would indulge me for a moment, like to address something. I had a couple of folks approach me and ask what my role is in the city of Nelson. So I just kind of want to clear it up. We no longer have law enforcement in the city of Nelson. So Cherokee County handles Cherokee side of Nelson, Pickens handles Pickens side of Nelson. I do not work for the mayor. I do not work for the council. I work for the citizens of Cherokee County. Okay? The way our rank structure breaks down at the Cherokee Sheriff's Office is citizens of Cherokee County, Sheriff Frank Reynolds, and it flows from there. So I do get calls from the council, hey, can you check on this? Can you patrol this? Because the citizens come into the council and they ask, you know, hey, we've had this suspicious activity, or we've seen this, or we've seen that, can we do something about it? And then I get an email or I get a phone call, and then I pass it down to my folks and we take care of it. But I just wanted to kind of clear that up. I don't do the mayor's bidding, I don't do the city council's bidding, I do the citizens' bidding. So I just kind of, like I said, wanted to clear it up. So if you as citizens, if you live on the Cherokee side of Nelson and you got a problem, you can call 911, we're coming. You don't have to go through the mayor, you don't have to go through the city council, you can go through 911. But that's how it breaks down. So I just wanted to kind of clear that up because I've had a couple of people ask me, you know, do I work for the mayor? No, I don't work for the mayor. So I don't work for the city council. And so hopefully that clears it all up for everybody.
Thank you.
Any questions?
No, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Don't get caught in the Cherokee.
Have you been drinking?
Yeah.
Well, is that gonna be Cherokee County's new dance challenge, I think?
No, that is not going to be a Cherokee County dance challenge. All I can share.
Next up is mayor's report. So I'm going to take this opportunity to go over our city council meeting, public comment rules, regulations, because I don't want another repeat of what happened last month. Please. It's to everybody. Please limit your, and Penny, I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I'm just saying I would appreciate not having another episode like that.
We would too.
Yeah, so.
We would too.
Well, I appreciate that. So, with that said, please be professional in your demeanor. Please address the council. That's anybody here that has public comments. Please address the council. Any issues you have outside with your neighbors, take it with, call. If you need support, you can call 911. But those are outside. If you have a complaint, we have complaint forms in here in the bin out front. Please come in, fill one out. Give us 7 days at least to review it and to comment and get back with you, okay? If we send a complaint, if we get a complaint in and we send a letter out on that complaint, that person has 30 days to respond, just so everybody's on the same page. So, please limit your comments also at this time to issues that are on our agenda. If you have issues that are on our agenda or want to comment on them, we welcome it. Our administration is, to the best of my knowledge, is transparent, willing to talk with anybody. Office is open, willing to take time off from work to come down here during the day if you need me. And I know that Kelsey's the same way, she's here every day. Okay? All right, with that said, I'd like to move on to our finance reports from Ms. Moran. If you can give those, I appreciate it.
Okay, first I'm going to go over the bank balances. The general fund is at $569,889. The cash reserve is at $165,258. SPOS 2008, which we need to get that cleared up, is at $391. SPOS 3 is at $102,092. SPOS 2, which is Pickens SPOS, is $396,064. SPOS 4, which is the old Cherokee SPOS, is $673,136. SPOS 5 is at $205,000 with $205,679. I know. It's been a long day. All the financial reports are in there. Being my issues this past month, I am a little behind on the journal entries, but I should have all this caught up by the end of the week.
Thank you, ma'am.
So that's all I got.
Thank you.
Anybody have any questions from the council to Miranda regarding our financial? Thank you. All right, unfinished business. Update on the Christmas event. So, our date was for December the 14th, Saturday, and Did we say what time? I have so many meetings.
How do we, that's why I put it on here for us to pin it down. We have the date, we just don't have exactly what the events are or a set.
Unfortunately, it rains every year in December, like nonstop. So if somebody has control of that, please stop it. So do we have a time that works better for everybody?
I thought last month we said 6 o'clock.
We weren't gonna do it because it's so cold,
That was dead.
and with the rain, we were gonna try to do it in the afternoon. Because we're not gonna do hamburgers and hot dogs this year, we're just gonna do
What is the event?
like some cookies and cupcakes and stuff for the kids and things like that, so,
Try to do Santa.
try to do Santa.
Last year, some of the
Have an
choirs in the
opportunity.
church came
I
down.
talked to him.
You did? Okay. So December the 14th would be, what would be a good time for everyone?
We had mentioned 2 o'clock at the last meeting, but it wasn't
Yeah.
set in stone. We also need to have a rain out day, because I know from what you had seen, it was
Yeah, it's
Like
like
2 to
rain out
5.
until like the
4 to
15th.
15.
Yeah. 2 to 5, would that be good with everybody? Okay. And then a rain out date, what would be a good rain out date?
14th is a Saturday, so
Yeah, it'd be, the 21st would be the next Saturday.
unless you want to try to do Sunday, if it rains on Saturday. If you're doing it like in the parking lot, and it's a hard surface, you don't have a problem. If you're doing it in the field and it's wet, then
Yeah, we're gonna do it in the parking lot like we did last
You
year.
could do it,
So
no,
you-
you could do the rain out the 15th about, after church time, like at 2
Yeah,
o'clock.
Between 2 and 4.
To get more people up.
tentative right now is the 15th, and then, you can even push up to the 21st again if you end up having one. So I think getting closer to Christmas than that is important.
It's not gonna rain, it's gonna be beautiful.
I'm hoping.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, so,
2 to 5 on the 14th.
yeah, so I've got tents and stuff like that. I was thinking coffee and hot chocolate, and then just do finger foods. And we're going to do the same thing we did last year, get some donations from Home Depot with the building kits. We still have all of our stuff so kids could do building things, have the Santa there. Anybody that wants to help, please give me a call.
Hey,
Yes, ma'am.
we always did it here in the city hall, so whether it's.
We had about 75 people last year, and it packed it. So we decided, that's why we just moved it to the park and tried it there. And that may be a good idea, if we do a rain out, maybe we move it here, and maybe put a tent outside, and we could do Santa in here. And
Let them come in and see something.
yeah,
That's a good idea, yeah.
that's a good
That's
idea.
For sure on the 14th.
Yeah, let's leave it for sure on the 14th, and if we have to have it down here, we can. Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, anything else for anybody on that, on the Christmas event? Okay, take it as a no. Discuss and vote to add the second public comment during the city council meetings. And you want to do out of that
Well,
one?
this was, the attachment that's in here, it's under 7B. This was an ordinance that were, ordinance amendment that had been written up like in 2015. It had been pushed back and forth, it was on the agenda, off the agenda, it kept getting pushed and pushed, and then it just disappeared. So this is literally the one from then, so it's kind of giving us an idea.
Yeah.
So we can use this and vote on that, or we can make changes and come back and vote on the next one. I think the whole consensus was just to add another public comment forum before the council voted on something to tell them that
If they
they're.
wanted to comment on something.
I think you
vote on
had a good idea
Yeah.
about if it's one that's before everything, that it needs to be signed up for, so you
Yeah.
know somebody's gonna come in and talk.
Yeah, but some places do, Canton and the county, as examples, do a public comment.
Right.
Sure, where Holly Springs puts theirs. They do require a sign up. They have a sheet out front, people go ahead and sign up on. And they do theirs more toward the beginning of their meetings, and you can address items on the agenda or address something else.
So it just moves the entire thing up to the beginning instead of the end.
Right, just closer to the.
Just have one instead of having a two.
Before the
Right.
votes are made.
Right, so
Instead of
that's.
people commenting
So
on what
just
they
move
want to
it,
vote on.
just
Yeah,
move it to
so-
before unfinished business?
Yeah,
Have a problem with
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, you don't want to have enough to,
that. Yeah.
is that something we need to vote on, or does it need? to be-
It is, because
I don't
it's,
think so.
for some reason, it's in the ordinance as to the order of the meeting, and it's stuck it at the end.
Okay,
So
so you
we're
can
gonna
draw
change
something
the-
up and then.
Yeah, we
We
can,
vote on it.
we can change
Well,
the
yes.
ordinance, so. Is that your preference, just to basically move the current one?
I think so, because
Where would you like it?
Before unfinished business.
Before unfinished business.
Because that starts the topics.
Just put it like in a D.
So will it be based upon like this ordinance that's listed in here? So you would move it
I
up?
would, this was more restrictive. This also limited public comment to only agenda items, so you could not talk about anything else.
you're
Right.
just moving the
Um,
period.
This set up a procedure where people had to request in advance
Yeah.
to discuss something else. I don't know if y'all want to do that or not.
I say just move it up.
You know,
I
just
think
one
that's a
of
good
the-
idea. So we'll vote on it the next meeting. To do it after department reports. It would become number 7, and unfinished business will become number 8.
Would it come in number 8 or would it become
It
number
will become
7?
number 7, and
Okay.
then unfinished business will become
Gotcha.
number 8.
Okay, so we'll vote next week when you get that drawn up.
Yeah. We'll have that ready for next week.
Okay. Discuss MSA with Cherokee and Pickens counties. And vote, all right.
What I did, I used the Cherokee County form, basically, which is a form that they used with Waleska, et cetera. So I cut it down to just dealing with permit and land inspection for obtaining permits. And then used that one and did the same for the Pickens County side. So now y'all can decide whether that's what you want for now or whatever. If you want us to send it on.
I'll make a motion, we let Jeff proceed to present this to the counties and let them get back with us, see if they'd be interested in doing it for us.
I'll second.
All in favor? Unanimous.
So, what I'll do, I guess, had you been talking to, I'll send it to,
Jerry?
for Cherokee, I'll send it to
Jerry.
Cherokee, and I guess that would be, for Pickens, somebody talk to Rob Jones about
Rob,
it.
and Phil Landry.
We can send it to him and to Phil Landry,
Yeah.
and see what, they'll put it in their pipeline to discuss on this.
Okay. Discuss the placement of the portable camera on Pickens Street. Chad?
I'd like to see us have it out there when we have dumpster days. We're gonna watch the dumpsters, keep, we're having to spend hundreds of dollars throwing away mattresses.
The special guy that only works up on Pickens Street would have to check and see if it has to have cell signal. I know when it's brought down to City Hall, it has no signal. It literally, that's why I sent out the text asking if it can be left, we decide what to do with it. Because as soon as it's moved back down here, it has to be completely reset.
What sales services and all?
It didn't say, it just, when, that's what I'd given you at the last meeting, the invoice from Aaron with Syntec. It just said that it's a cell signal and you pay, it's like $30 a month, $35 a month, so you pay for the full year. But it didn't give, it wasn't like a contract thing that we signed up, it just worked off of the cell signal.
Like we're gonna move it down here, see if they haven't already smiled on this building and test it, and see if we can get it working for the dumpster days.
Yeah, I did set up dumpster days when the trash bill went out, so it'll be January 10th to the 20th. The problem, Evan actually has cameras over there. That, he's told me previously when something came up that I could look at, and I just don't know where it is hid. But if it has a signal there, then it'll pick up. It's just if it has a signal, it's kind of a
But
catch.
there is a power pole right there, as you come in, turn in there.
Yeah,
If they don't want us to put it on the building, and that pole, and
yeah.
we just need to
The
stop.
closer it is, the better, because that's kind of, because it's a motion activated one. So it's one of those, like, I mean, it'll still catch everything, but in order to actually be close enough to see a license plate tag or whatever, Pine Bluff landfill, I think it's one on East Cherokee, they did give us a per ton rate to get rid of matches. The last time it was like $38. So it wasn't horrible. If you take them down, the other one is 15 bucks a piece. But it's still $38 more than is necessary to
Well,
spend.
we got signs up there.
I know. And I think maybe we need to look into putting blockades that can't be moved, whether it's a literal chain that goes through there at night or
We
something.
need to get together and build us a gate out.
Something so that it, because people are going up at night and just moving it if it's there. Usually the mattresses are being dumped late at night. Because I could go through and see them coming in and have a pretty good idea that's what it is, but you can't tell whose car it was. We caught one last time, John told me to go take them out. So.
So we can move it down here and see if we can get it to working on
We
Yeah,
can,
Building
maybe
with the power.
yeah, if it has a signal, then it's fine. I know there is no signal here. You couldn't even turn it, like get it to do anything. You'd have to take it up back up to get it
the
to.
house club cell services.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean though, is I don't know if it wasn't a set company. It's just running off of a cell signal. So it may be, Sylvia would know more about cell stuff than I do, so maybe that might
could be
be my mouth.
several. I got a note to check and find out who it's with.
I have a question. Who monitors the camera? Who has access to monitor it?
I do. I monitor it. And the reason that I monitor it is because there was drug deals going on. I sat and watched them myself up there, and we got kids playing at that park. Now granted, the cop can't write a ticket for that, just based on a video. But he can be alerted, and there's tags and there's cars and descriptions that we can give him, and they can be watching for that. So it has deterred some of that from up there. And I mean, I backed into and just watched it happen numerous times.
I see
Videoed
people
it on my
walking
phone.
down, counting pills in their hands, walking down the street
Sad.
in the middle of the afternoon.
If we need to, we put a permanent camera up on that pole.
That was my next thing, is I would like
On
to,
our property.
Yeah.
yeah, on our property.
Surveying our property, not.
Do we have
Talk
any
about
open
another system.
I think
spaces?
there's one, I'm not sure.
Can you, so I got a note here.
And it may be something we need to kind of, because I know when he came and reset some of them, they used to have motion detectors for all of them, so you know, like you're looking for something, you go back and
Yeah,
pinpoint
have
what
a
it is.
line.
And now a bunch of them like shifted when he did an update to it, and he said he'd let us know when there's a new update. But we need to have them back out to kind of revamp some of them and see if we have space to add.
Are you going to even try to move the camera towards the?
Yes, we are. Well, we're gonna put it down here. We're gonna try it for dumpster days, for right now. If it doesn't have cell service, then we'll move it up to the trash truck. After dumpster days, we'll move it up there.
When is dumpster days?
The, January the 10th
To the
June
20th.
to the 20th. Yeah, that way, and I believe, I went up and looked, and I believe we could probably catch the four-way stop as well as, the dumpster, if we position it right. So, I know there's people running those. Did you get any up there, or just, did you catch anybody running the stop signs up there?
No, because, there's no good place to hide, so they see us and stop.
Well, maybe we can,
We'll put a little
get with
mesh
Jenny
tent.
and see if we can get you parked on the other side
If the
of it.
weather was better, I'd bring one of the motor guys up and they can sit on their motorcycle, but it's a little chilly for that.
Gotcha. All right, so took an action from that, and I'll get with you afterwards. Anything else about the cameras, council?
Let's see if we can get it moved.
We'll try to get that done, I'll try to get that done tomorrow.
Get the payments guys
Yeah.
to follow.
Discuss the fence ordinance violations. Let's see what we have on that.
We sent letters out to the ones that were facing in the correct direction, and one of them is in the process of being corrected. I'm not sure about the other ones, but
How many letters did we send?
I actually sent one to one that didn't have one. I misunderstood something. So there was 1, 2, 3, I think, that were actually having to be addressed. One I know has been in process. The other 2, I'm not sure if I
So
sent.
letters were sent, and
About
do we have a date, because they have 30 days to respond.
The letters were sent about 2 weeks ago. It was like a day or 2 after the last meeting.
Okay. So in January, we'll come back and look at that. Does anybody else have anything to discuss on that? Okay. All right. Next is new business. Discuss the postcards and city mailers.
I'm not sure what the discussion, I mean, that's, I just know that we did want to discuss it, so it's on there. I put in there basically what it's costing per month to send them out, which was the postcard fee, which is roughly $118, and then the mailing fee, which is roughly $95. The design layout's always been done by Keith, which it was a volunteer service. He hasn't ever billed us for the time to do the layout.
We got some sent out for the Christmas party and stuff.
Yeah.
Like we can stop until we start to mail these in, and then if we need to, if the website, well, I think the website should be good enough.
When, the website, when, we got like a completion date on
Is there
that?
anything preventing me from sending my own mayor letter out with my own funds?
Nope.
Okay, thank you. I'll do that, thank you.
The website, I hadn't heard anything about it in a while.
They're in process, he's waiting on information from us. There's just certain things that I needed to give him to check and see, make sure we're letting go of the information we can and holding on to stuff that's not supposed to be let go of. But it should provide much more access to Sylvia if he does his handwriting.
Yes,
The back end of the website is built, and so we'll just get whenever you guys are ready with content.
we will, Miranda and I will get back with you. Probably won't be this week because there's a lot going on, but by next week, she and I will have an opportunity to meet. We'll get that going and get that finished.
Keith, do you have a list of what, that information that is needed?
He sent it to me. I
Yeah,
haven't
you
sent
have it,
out
okay.
to us.
If you'll resend that to me so I can look over it and see what's the best
And I
one.
don't mind doing it, I just want you to say, okay, you can let this go.
Okay,
Before there's something else.
yeah, if you'll send that to me, then I can definitely.
How about the taxes, is it, how
I've
are they coming on
been-
it?
In contact with Darren today, and they've actually sent 2 different CDs over, but the formats were wrong. It wouldn't communicate with our software system. So Assist had me send it back, ask him to put the layout the same as it was in 2018. I emailed Darren this morning, and he emailed me back and said he was personally working on it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, the 3rd time's the charm, and we'll have them out. So there's been numerous calls, mortgage companies and everything else trying to get
This is a
information,
problem
but-
every year.
Does he have to give you a hand on them doing it for us?
Well, he's working on it. There was a death in the family, so he was out for about 3 weeks. And there was another guy that had stepped in and he was sending it, but it just wasn't lining up with what we needed. So they've sent 2. It's not like they're not sending it. They had sent in, like an Excel
It's just gotta be the
spreadsheet.
perfect format to be uploaded.
Exactly, because it says that if they have to go in and redo the software stuff on it, or rewrite the code, they have 60 days to do that. And then if you want to rush it, it's like another $450, and it just gets to where it's ridiculous, where they have a way to just reformat and send it back in. So Darren said he was working on it today. Fingers crossed. Told him to let me know, and I'll be down in 10 minutes to pick it up.
Have you, maybe send that same disc or get that disc from last year and give it to him so he can.
That's
look
what the
and see?
assist guy pulled it up, and he had
Okay.
me send it in the email to them. I haven't sent it out the past due ones. We've actually had like $1,000 come in. Cool. This past week, and 2 others have called to try to set up payment arrangements, so. And there's some of those that I've got a paper in the brain about too, not to proceed. But
Anything else? All right, can I get a motion to adjourn to executive session?
we have a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the executive session.
All in favor? Unanimous, thank you. Okay. Public appearance. Do we have anybody that would like to speak? I'll take that as a no. I appreciate everybody coming tonight. And if you
A
guys,
motion to adjourn.
yeah, we need a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?